Welcome to Kinesiology 715, Legal Aspects of Kinesiology and Sport. My name is Dr. Jim Ave, and I'm one of the instructors for this class. The purpose of this presentation is to provide you an overview of our class so you know what our class is all about. Start off with my contact information. You see this on the syllabus. I'd like to ask that if you have questions about assignments, that you start with a Q&A form in our class, because more than likely if you have a question about an assignment, other students also have the same question. So start there with the Q&A form, and I'll get back to you as soon as possible. Just a little tidbit of information: on weekends I will not check the Q&A form. I typically will not go into the class on Saturday or Sunday, as I'm pretty busy on weekends. So if you have questions, you need to look early at the assignments and get those questions posted in the form. Now, if the questions are personal in nature, like your grade in a class or got stuff going on, better to send an email to me or text or call me. Just so you know, if you call me, I will not answer, but leave me a voicemail. Tell me that you're a student in the Kin 715 class, and provide me your name, and I'll get back to you as quick as possible, because I am here to help. So some information about this class. This class was designed and taught by Dr. John McMillan for about 10 years, and then he got super busy in his full-time job that he has, and I asked him if we can use some of the material that he created for this class, because he's an expert in the law. He has a PhD in sport administration, and he's a lawyer. So you'll hear his voice in a lot of the presentations that you are expected to listen to and watch, because you will be quizzed on that information. Other information about this class is that it is one of 4 core classes that all students in any of our graduate programs, kinesiology type graduate programs, take, because we feel that this information is critical for any student in any of our graduate programs. Some legal topics addressed in our course. We're going to provide you with an overview of the American legal system and how it works. You're going to be taught a lot about risk management. You're actually going to write a paper about that, and I'll talk about it in just a little bit. Along with that, we're going to learn about negligence and what that is all about. We'll also address constitutional and employment law, and we'll cover a bunch of other legal topics that are important for us in the kinesiology and sport area. So on the screen, you'll see a picture of the textbook. This is the 8th edition of the Cotton and Woolon Law for Recreation and Sport Management. Again, this is the 8th edition. If you have the 7th edition, you can buy that. But you are expected to read material from this book. I'm going to discuss our major assignments in this class. Each week you'll have weekly devotionals. We're going to focus most of those devotionals on a video series called Does God Exist? You'll watch 1 or 2 videos during the week, and you'll be asked to post your reflections on how this. I have specific questions in there that you'll want to respond to. Then you'll be asked to provide 1 to 2 or 3 open-ended questions, and then you'll read and respond to other students' questions and have a discussion about these videos. Does God exist? Then each week you'll be assigned chapters from the textbook to read, Law for the Recreation and Sport Managers. Then you watch several presentations by Dr. John McMillan, and these presentations provide additional information than the textbook. and you'll be actually quizzed on more of the lectures than on the textbook. Just so you know, there's 5 quizzes in the class for you to take. Then there will be a final exam in the last week of class, which is the quizzes are worth 20 points each and the final exam is worth 100 points each. They are time-based, both the quizzes and the final exam, so you have to have them done within a certain time limit and by a certain due date. No late quizzes are allowed. There will be a law form where you answer several questions. You are expected to support what you write with references, and then you'll have a discussion about the material in the form. You will write a risk management paper. I'm going to provide a video later in our class about this particular assignment. You actually will select your topic in week 2. And in, I think, week 5, you're going to write a rough draft. And now what I mean by rough draft is the paper should be almost done by the time you turn it in to me. And you'll see in the syllabus and in the weekly overviews, I tell you what you should be doing each week. You should be starting to write the rough draft, getting articles and all that to support your material about your rough draft paper. Again, you'll have a draft due. I'll give you feedback. And then I expect you to make the changes based on my feedback so it's a better paper when you turn the thing in. Then we'll have a risk management form. So basically you're going to attach your final paper, post a couple questions about your risk management paper, read 1 or 2 other students' papers, and answer their questions about it just to share each other's information. Now, how should you be successful in this class? I like to provide this information because I think it's important for a professor to tell their students how to be successful in the class. The first thing is that I assume you wanted to take this class. I assume you wanted to be enrolled in this master's program. So I assume you want to learn the material. So do the things that you need to do to learn the material. Read the chapters in the book, listen to the lectures, engage in the lectures, take notes if you need to take notes, if that's the kind of learner you are. If you're the type of person who likes to take notes, take notes. Those type of things are important. Want to learn the material. Expect to learn the material. Don't do this class to earn a grade. Take this class to learn about the law and how you can use it in your profession. If you're not sure what is expected of you, please ask questions. That's the critical, important thing, not only in this class, but all the classes in this graduate program. Ask questions if you're not sure what we as professors are expecting of you. We're here to help you, and we're willing to help you as much as we possibly can. Time management is a critically important skill in any online graduate program or any program in general, but in this program, what I think how you should be successful is you have to put time in your schedule that you're actually doing course work. That can be listening to the lectures, that can be writing drafts of your paper, that can be reading, but you need to put it in your daily schedule that you're going to be in class from this time to this time. It doesn't matter what time it is. You don't have to log in at any particular time. You have assignments due at particular times, but you don't have to log in at particular times. But you need to put it into your schedule that from such and such time for an hour or two, I'm doing schoolwork and nothing can interrupt me. Like if you're going to class on a campus, you're in class for 4 hours, you need to do that. How much time should you dedicate to this class? I would say a minimum of 10 hours per week. Minimum of 10 hours per week. Some other course requirements is submit all assignments on time. No late assignments are accepted. I mean, they are, but you're going to get a 25% grade reduction right off the top. So, and each day that you turn in late, your grade's going to be reduced. Now, we're all adults here. Something going on in your life. Your wife's pregnant or you're pregnant, and you're going to have your baby at a certain time. Please let me know what's going on in your life. This is true of not just me, but your other professors in your classes. as you're going through this program. We're here to help, but we don't know, we won't know what's going on unless you tell us. Now, the one thing that kind of drives me nuts, you've been sick for 4 or 5 days, you got an assignment due Sunday at midnight, and I get an email at 10 o'clock on a Sunday saying, I've been sick for the last 5 days and I can't get this assignment done. Email me after day 2 that you're sick, and we'll extend your due date, okay? Just let's all be adults and work together. Assignments, I have detailed assignments in the class and in the syllabus. Follow those, and if you're not sure, please ask questions. Format matters, at least to me. May not be to some people, but to me it matters. I've provided a template for our risk management paper, and I have provided an APA formatted basic writing document for you to use. Grammarly, you can do a free account with Grammarly if you're not a very good writer. I'm not the best writer myself. I use Grammarly all the time. You can actually add it to any of the major web browsers like Chrome and all those type of things. So, but if you're not a strong writer, have somebody help you. We're going to do forms in the sense of doing what's the word I'm looking for? Like the daily devotionals and those type of things. So I do expect you to support mostly what you write, not so much in the devotionals, but any of the other devotionals with references, and cite those references in the in the form. And when you respond to your fellow students, especially in the devotionals, be compassionate and kind to one another. We can agree to disagree on some things. In the other form, make sure that you clearly answer the questions posted. Write with proper grammar and spelling and all those type of things. This is class time, so you are expected to do the same level of work in a form as you would in a paper that you would turn in. Check your email and course announcements. If I'm making changes to class, this is how I'll communicate with you. When I give you feedback on your rough draft, please read the feedback and make the changes. Because if you don't, I don't know how your paper is going to get any better if you don't do that. And as always, ask questions if you're not sure what I expect.